This is where the fight for the Syrian capital has been happening for months, the rebel-held suburbs. The objective of this military campaign? Government forces want to prevent rebels from entering Damascus. Armed opposition fighters were hoping U.S.-led strikes would weaken the regime's defenses and allow them to enter the capital.
The international community knows the regime is weak, and military action will give the rebels the chance to enter Damascus and take over strategic locations. That is why they delayed the strike, so Assad can prepare the army to absorb the hits.
The armed opposition is not a unified force. Many are suspicious of Washington's intentions. The U.S. has said it doesn't want groups linked to al-Qaeda to prevail.
The U.S. administration does not want to bring down the Assad regime now. The opposition is in such a situation of disarray, and the Islamist radicals are so dominant that those Islamic radicals will end up in power in Damascus.
The delay in deciding on military action has bought the Syrian government time. Some Syrians joined what they are calling a human shield campaign to protect important facilities in the capital. The opposition, however, says the government is using civilians as shields. They say military assets and loyalist forces have been moved to residential areas. This has led some to question the effectiveness of taking out military targets, especially since the army has been changing its tactics.
For a long time, they've been adapting to the resistance doctrine. So the United States, if she want to bomb a fixed facility, they can bomb it because it will not be a major impact on them.
The Syrian army is not fighting a conventional war. Commanders are increasingly relying on paramilitary groups known as the National Defense Forces, and they could play an even greater role if army positions are targeted. The Syrian opposition is not just demanding limited strikes against the regime. What they want is military action to topple it. The Obama administration has been seeking congressional approval for what it says will be limited action. Limited or not, for now, what is clear is that Washington won't be using combat troops on the ground. The U.S. has said it doesn't want to get involved in Syria's civil war. Taking out military targets may, however, rebalance the military situation in the opposition's favor, which in turn could lead to a political solution. Zana Childeren, Al Jazeera, Beirut.